days a decree went from the Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered.
Hey, I have a question.
Why, you can't ask a question. We're in the middle of a Christmas program here.
I know, but I'm confused about what you just said. What days?
What do you mean, what days?
Yeah, and what days did the decree go out from Emperor Augustus, and how come he wanted everyone to be registered anyway? Were they supposed to be registered at Target or Macy's or something?
Listen, kid, I don't know. I'm just reading from the script, and it doesn't say anything about that stuff in the script.
Maybe I can help. I've been reading up on this. You see, those days were about 2,000 years ago. We know this because when Luke wrote it down in his gospel, he wanted to make sure everyone knew when Jesus was born. So he wrote down all the names and leaders and kings, like Augustus and Cronus, and famous guys like that.
Famous? I've never heard of them.
Well, they were like rock stars back then.
Cool.
Okay, it's all very interesting, but I was reading from the Gospel of Luke. May I continue?
In a minute. What about the registering? What was that all about?
Oh, that the emperor just wanted to know how many people in his empire. It was kind of like a census. The only problem was everyone had to pack up and go to the place they were born. There were a lot of people traveling all over the country.
Hey, that's my part.
Oh, right.
As I was saying, in those days they all went out to their own town to be registered. Joseph also went to the town of Nazareth in Galilee, to the city of David in Judea called Bethlehem, because he was a descendant from the house and the family of David.
Oh, I get it. He had to go to Bethlehem because he was like the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson of David. Is that the same David who was a king in the Old Testament?
I guess, look, once again, I'm just reading from the script here. How am I supposed to know who everyone's relatives is? This isn't Ancestry.com.
It's the same one. Remember the little David who killed Goliath with a small stone?
Yeah, I remember him. He played the harp and wrote a bunch of songs.
The very same guy. In the first chapter of Luke's Gospel, there are a list of Jesus' ancestors.
Wow, just like a family tree.
Yeah, it was important because the Old Testament prophets said the Messiah would be descended from David.
Well, now that we've thoroughly discussed Jesus' genealogy and family tree, may I continue?
Not yet. We have a song to sing first.
What do you mean we have a song? There's no song in my script here.
Well, it's not in the script, but it's appropriate for the moment.
Oh, fine, whatever. No one seems to be following the script anyways.
O come, Emmanuel.
May I continue now?
Sure, go ahead. We're done. For now, anyway.
Thanks. So Joseph went to register with Mary, to whom he was engaged, and who was expecting a child. And they were there in the time that came for her to deliver her child.
Ooh, I remember this part. It was so crowded they couldn't find any place to stay.
That's right, because there were so many people visiting Bethlehem to get registered. All the rooms and all the inns were full.
Time for another song.
But I'm not done yet!
You can continue later. We're going to sing. O little town of Bethlehem.
Everlasting sure you don't have anything at all.
You really do have a problem, don't you? But I still don't have any rooms. We're tripping over each other as it is in here. You just won't fit.
Okay, well, just keep looking.
We can't keep looking, Joseph. We need a place to stay now.
Wait a minute. Maybe you could stay in the stable out back. It's not much, but it's clean.
We'll take it.
Away in a manger.
I think I can answer that one. Remember, this was over 2,000 years ago. Babies were born at home. Maybe they had a nurse or midwife, but people were used to handling it on their own. They didn't have neonatal facilities and stuff like that back then. Oh wow, all that it was hard.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't a picnic, but may I continue?
Wait, what about the animals? You said there would be animals.
Animals? I don't know anything about animals, and once again, they're not in the script.
Well, we don't know for sure, but we can assume there are animals. I mean, why have a stable if you don't have any animals? Good question.
Wait a minute, I thought questions were your job.
What kind of animals? Your typical stable animals. Sheep, cows, donkeys. Hey, you know what I just realized?
No, why don't you tell us what you just realized?
The first witness of the birth of Jesus were animals. Wow, you're right. I never thought of that, but it makes sense. Jesus always revealed himself to the poorest and lowliest in the world. He didn't have to show the world how powerful he was. He proved that on the cross.
I think I feel a song coming on.
No.
Oh yes, let's hear from the animals. The friendly beasts on your insert.
Well, wasn't that cute? Oh, may I go on now?
There's more?
Of course there's more. There were shepherds and angels and wise men.
Okay, let's see what happens next.
I'm trying!
In that region there were shepherds living in a field, keeping watch over their flocks by night.
They were living in the fields?
That's what I just said.
Did they have houses?
I don't know if they had houses. It doesn't say anything in my script about whether they had houses.
They probably did. They had to stay out in the fields with their sheep during the grazing seasons. They couldn't leave their sheep for a moment, or else wolves would get them, or their sheep might wander away. Sheep need a shepherd 24/7, which is why we call Jesus the Good Shepherd, because we need him all the time, and he watches over us, just like a shepherd watches over his flock.
I really think that we're getting off point here.
Just trying to set the scene. Why don't you go on?
Trying to. There were shepherds in the field with their sheep, and the angel of the Lord stood around them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them,
Do not be afraid, for see, I bring you good news of great joy for all the people. That unto you this day is born in the city of David a Savior, who is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign for you. You will find the child wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger.
and suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts, praising God, and saying,
Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace, goodwill to all.
Hark the herald angels sing.
Mark doesn't even mention a thing baptism, which is kind of the way we all start on our life with God.
Can we get back to Matthew?
Oh, sure. Sorry.
After Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, wise men from the east came with gifts, coming to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who has been born, King of the Jews?" They came to pay him homage.
Hey, does anyone know where the King of the Jews is born?
Yeah, we'll come to pay him homage.
Right. We can't very well pay him homage if we don't know where he is. What's homage? How much does it cost, and why did the wise men have to pay? Homage means to show high regard for someone. When you pay homage to someone, you're saying that this guy is really important. So they must have known that Jesus was going to grow up to be our Savior. Well, they knew he was important, but they didn't understand that dying on the cross for our sins part. No one really understood that until after the crucifixion and resurrection.
Hey, is this a Christmas pageant or an Easter pageant?
Sorry, go on.
Thanks.
As I was saying, the wise men were searching for the King of the Jews. But when King Herod heard this, he was frightened. So he called together all the chief priests and scribes and inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea." So it has been written by the prophets.
Hey guys, there's supposed to be a new king born around here. There's only one king in Judea, and it's me. We have to find this imposter. You're supposed to have all the answers. So where is he?
He's in Bethlehem. It is written by the prophets.
Then Herod secretly called for the wise men. He sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word, so I may also go and pay him homage."
Hey Wiseman, over here. I checked with my chief priests and scribes, and they said the child was born in Bethlehem. Why don't you go find him and let me know his address so I can pay him homage too?
Sure.
It's a deal.
Which way to Bethlehem?
That way.
I know the way. For me.
So they followed the star until it stopped to the place where the child was.
We Three Kings, 134.
Feel and mountain, gold and
frankincense, and myrrh.
What's frankincense? And what's myrrh? I mean, gold's okay, but I think I'd rather get an Xbox than frankincense and myrrh.
Frankincense is an aromatic resin obtained from trees of the genus Vibra.
Huh?
It's like innocence.
And what's myrrh? Sounds like a noise a cat makes.
Myrrh is a reddish-brown resinous bacterial native to Yemen, Somalia, and the eastern parts of Ethiopia.
Reddish brown, what?
Straight out from a tree.
Yuck. And Jesus was supposed to be glad to get this stuff?
But, well, they may not seem like very good presents to us, but back then, in those days, they were very valuable.
So 3 gifts, 3 wise men, but no Xbox?
No Xbox. And maybe they want 3 wise men either.
What do you mean? How many were there?
No one knows. The Bible just says wise men, so we know there are at least 2. But there could have been a lot more.
Does that really matter?
No, I guess not. Just trying to be precise.
I would like to continue.
Can you wait a minute?
Oh, why not?
As the wise men share their gifts with the baby Jesus, this might be a good time for us to share our gifts too. If we can have the ushers come forward, we're going to take our offering.
Okay, can I continue now?
Please do.
And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road.
Well, let's go and tell Herod what we found.
No, wait. I had a dream. Herod's a bad guy, and he just wants to hurt Jesus, so we can't tell him where the baby is.
Okay, then let's go back home by another road. Yeah, we could go that way.
So that's it.
No, I'm not done. We have to go back to Luke for the end of the Christmas story.
Or the beginning of the Christian story.
What do you mean?
Go ahead, narrator. Read the end.
Okay. When the shepherds saw the child, they made known what they had been told to them by the angels. And all that had heard it were amazed at what the shepherds were telling them. But Mary treasured all these words in her heart and pondered them.
Silent night.
The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all that they had heard and seen, and all that had been told to them.
So is that the end or the beginning?
Well, it's the end of my script.
But at the beginning of the Christian story, we have seen the shepherds, what this shepherd saw. Through that birth in the stable 2,000 years ago, God to us in our sorrow and joy. Jesus is Emmanuel, God with us.
So maybe all the details aren't so important after all.
They're interesting, but the most important message of the Christmas story is that God loves us enough to send His Son to save us. That's a lot of love, more than we can measure or even understand.
Then maybe what we ought to do is just thank God for loving us so much.
Right.
I get it now. It's just like the angel said. Good news of great joy for all people.
Yeah.
I think it's time for a song. Joy to the World, 117.
The rest of our cast joins
Yeah,
us on
as the rest
stage.
of our cast comes in.
We all hope that you remember Christmas stories throughout the season and throughout the year, and that the Christ